on the charts. If you can take us through the levels that you're watching in the very near term for the benchmark.
Yes, for the benchmark, I guess Nifty still has a support at around 11,460 some levels. I think 11,460 should be held because it is a recent low that it has created. If it is failed to hold that level, I think Nifty can see the pressure and it can go further down for about 100 and 150 points. For Bank Nifty, there is no good news for the charts because it is breaking below the recent two lows that it has created and going into the territory of the gap up that it was created after Modi government 2.0 came into the picture. So I guess Bank Nifty is under pressure right now. Bank Nifty can test levels up to 29,900. So for the Bank Nifty, we have a downside target, but for Nifty, we still are holding above the supports.
Okay,
that's you coming in on the markets. Before we proceed and start addressing viewer queries, I just want to highlight Jignesh's technical calls for today. He has a buy call on NTPC with a target price of about 138, placing a stop loss at levels of 124, and the time horizon for this call is 1 week. The other call which Jignesh has is on Chambal Fertilisers, and that too is a buy call. Target price of 178, stop loss of 157, and once again the time horizon for this call is also 1 week. So those are the technical picks for you. But moving on,
Manappuram Finance, and just have a look at how it's done in the recent past. From what I can see, the year-to-date performance is actually not too bad, considering what has happened in the entire space. This year, the stock is up about 38% or thereabouts. Notwithstanding the fundamentals that have governed this rise, I just want to take a check on the charts, and I want Jignesh's view as to how he's looking at it. We've got one viewer who's bought in at levels of 131, so they have not managed to really ride the rise that you've seen on the screen just a short while back. What should their strategy be?
Yes, Alex. I think the way Manappuram Finance has outperformed the market, it was really good. But when it outperformed, it completed its momentum when it went too much above its 200-day simple moving average. For example, currently the 200-day simple moving average is around 106, and stock is trading at 128. This seems that there is a too much lag between the current price and 200-day moving average. When stock goes beyond 200 moving average too much, it generally comes near to the 200 moving average, and I think this is what is happening currently. It is although a correction, stock is good. If viewer has a horizon of 6 months or 1 year, I think he should hold on to this stock with a stop loss of around 115. But if he is looking for short-term gains, I think this stock cannot go beyond certain levels in short term. So I think currently exit is something I would advise.
Okay, remember, tend to see profit booking, especially in a scenario when markets the sentiment in the market is pretty much weak. RBL Bank I addressed at the time of doing the market check, it's down about 4.5%. So he's asking, is this the right level to average these stocks? Jignesh, on the charts, would you choose any one of them where one can look at averaging, RBL or ICICI Bank?
Well, I think RBL Bank is currently trading at its important support. I think 608 for RBL Bank is a very important support, and if it can hold 608, I think exit would be my advice. But for currently, I think it is standing at support and it should survive that support. ICICI Bank is a good stock, but I think it has more correction left, because going into correction for ICICI is a healthy sign. It is already in uptrend. It has outperformed the market. If ICICI Bank goes below 410 some levels, I would recommend to buy it for 1 year horizon with a stop loss of 390.
I think most of the banks are moving to retail side now. Okay, let me take the next query, and let's take a technical query, guys. One query at a time, as Alex has been highlighting to you. Okay, let's take on Reliance Industries. Akshay Mittal wants a technical view here. Jignesh, at current levels, Reliance Industries, which is trading with cuts of 0.5%, would you advise anyone to make a fresh entry at 1274 levels?
Yes, 1274 is quite an attractive level, because a stop loss for Reliance Industries, it is as at its support line comes to 1225 levels. So with that stop loss, I think one can definitely take an entry with a target of about 1350. 1350. This target should be looked for should be looked in should be looked for coming in at least 3 months, next 3 months or so.
Just about a tenth of a percent higher, 0.2% higher in trade today. For the year to date, remember, it's down about 5.7%, not doing much. Coming to you, Jignesh, on the charts, would you enter? What is the short-term call? And if you can also provide us with a stop loss and a target.
Yes, Alex. The way stock is panning the chart, I think currently stock has a support at around 1700 level. Stock is trading at 1760. So although it is not showing any sign of recovery from the lows, but the lows are its support. So I think current entry is a good bet. With just 16 rupees away, having the stop loss at around 16 rupees from here. I think stock can go to 1760 in very short term. In 1 week, one can see for that target 1760 on upside.
Okay, that's technical view on technical view on REC.
I think REC should be a hold on this counter with a stop loss of 140 and target of 160.
Okay.
Price averaging into Yes Bank if the price is somewhere about 138.
For extreme short term, yes, Yes Bank is a yes call from me with a stop loss of 189 and target at least 20% from current levels.